that they are faced with.
No, definitely not. Now, as we get things going here, it looks like we may not be getting things going. However, all of a sudden, it's going to be Tabson with Julie's on top of Hut, catching things back up, and Big off to a solid start. fnatic, they were trying to get their way out towards A very early on. That being said, it's just Big with the numbers advantage.
We're just looking to brawl on into that top side. They're getting with the bomb plant though.
Yeah, KRIMZ able to find one with the spam on the edge of that smoke though, but Brolin gonna be able to fight for his right to make this one work. Up towards Sally there, Keto gonna be able to survive for the moment. Head taken off with Alex, who comes in with the Glock in time. Keto has to drop, has to tap, and has to force Brolin out of his little hidey hole. Door fully cleared, and Keto now knows exactly where he's coming from. It's going to be the swing in, a bit of a foot race, ring around the rosy, and Brolin fully committed to surviving, fully committed to the round. Big. Oh, they've lost it. Keto, a big sigh of anger. You can see it on the player cam. But fnatic on the T side off to a solid start.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Boy, did he fight for his right to party. And that is, as you said, a high-stakes game of ring around the rosy. Tabson here just opening the account ever so nicely with that Julie's. KRIMZ levels him. And that just blows topside wide open for fnatic. They did well to get that bomb plant and then go on to win the round after just losing those initial duels. So, dear oh dear. fnatic are off to a good start now. We do have the buy up coming in from Big though, so those SMGs, those Deagles can do a lot of damage in close quarters. And as we see from Tabson,
yeah,
he's already put mezii to sleep.
Alex going to be dropping his way in towards A. Tizzy and Big Bink, however, never killed just yet. Gay going to be able to clean things up, and they know that there is going to be more T's filtered out to sight now. And a 3-on-2. Big couldn't win it on the pistols from this man advantage, but can they do it with a couple of extra primaries in their hands?
Big have made this quite expensive for fnatic. Going to refresh that smoke onto Annex. Tabson is going to aggress on the flank.
He's got this dig, and he's almost found a perfect time in Brolin. I think he's been spotted here at door as Tabson lines it up and makes sure he 100%s that kill. But smooya having a quiet day at the office in the first map, and here he'll find one, but not a second. Keto coming in through the heaven smoke in time just to make the trade happen and secure the first round on the board with a 10-second defuse for Big.
That is a well-worked round for Big. The investment working out. Man, Tabson snapping necks, cashing checks. Opening up the account for Big. That is almost immediately the outside presence dealt with. So that just opened up that side of the map for the flank.
Ooh.
Firing up the Big man.
Yeah. You can see just how much he knows those rounds mean. And fnatic going to be forced down to the pistols as well, but Nuke is again one of these maps where pistols can have some heavy damn influence. Molly, I think it's actually gone as expected. Pushed down, and mezii actually makes his way to the ladder silently. However, Searson's already down here and waiting for him. L smokes may enable Alex to go down, but off the back of that, the bomb is still lurking towards trophy room. We'll see how this one goes. Alex not going to be able to make it work this time, not with the CZ. And Keto, he's got a whole lot of bullets in the mag there. 3 kills, a couple of frags on the board, and a second up there as well for Big.
Nice round from Big in the end. I thought maybe Alex would have had the jump on Tabson. Tabson just far too composed and sharp, so the CZ not having the effect it wanted. That might have given them some options outside, maybe created a bit more of a pressure situation for Keto. But he's happy about it. He's going to fire up to absolutely everybody that's watching. Every spectator, photographer, and referee.
Oh, nade stack coming through to net open the round. Tabson as well. He's hunting for a little more. It's really only the P250 that should do damage here. Bink with the flick. Smooya, okay. He's looking to fire up. Tap a couple of heads. What could follow, but it is just going to be the grave found for mezii. And smooya dancing around on top of the silo. Only be able to isolate anything. Creeping around. Angle. He's got another headshot. Unfortunately, the P250 at that range is not the old one tap. And Big, making sure they dot their I's, cross their T's, and come into that round with helmets.
Okay. What do we got here for fnatic? With that buy coming out now, they have no AWP to play with, but just means that they're going to be fast and mobile. Have relatively good utility, so early smokes outside just to try and get that player down secret. Already his presence being shown towards that annex, just trying to prevent that player getting in. However, Sis, and oh man, he's just played this so nice. There's no trade potential coming out from Big. There's only one player outside, so fnatic now, they have to do this out presence of annex, so they're going to turn their attention back toward ramp.
That was it. Alex cutting a few corners, not hard clearing red. But either way, shadow advantage was there for your boy Searson. And again, Tabson going to be able to strike from the back of ramp. Now another found, and the numbers starting to crumble for fnatic. Keto going to be able to find one, but the spray transfer's no good. Brolin, 1-on-3 angle. Can he make it work?
Smoke's going to give him at least the illusion that he's heading towards lowers. So could find timing here on at least one of the members of Big. But they're just going to reposition here if he reaggresses.
Oh my.
Sharp. Searson doesn't step though.
And just tucked in the corner. Expecting the wrap back offline. And Brolin expects it. Head tapped again, but it's going to be the drop to lower. And I think Gade's been heard throwing some kind of util there. Maybe cracking the window. And off the back of that, Brolin sneak his way through trophy back to A. And Gade's going to have a whole long rotation. But he's backed himself on the B site. Unfortunately, he's made the wrong decision. But he can still play for this retake.
One point will come in, so it's just a question of where Brolin decides to play in the post plan. He hasn't given himself open options though. So unfortunately, he just has to try and make it work in the hut. So he has some cover, but he's not going to be able to see the bomb from the angle.
And Gade has just been silent the whole time. So Brolin putting himself in a corner. Waiting for that tap to come through. He's heard the footsteps. He knows the drop. He knows that Gade's going to be locked into the left side. Jumping across straight into the line. And Brolin, it was a 1-on-4 from the trade. The man has single-handedly put a second round on the board for fnatic, and it's a huge play to start to get the ball rolling.
Absolutely ridiculous, right? We question the potential of Brolin. He hasn't been able to deliver on that potential. He hasn't been able to live up to it. But in this round, he fulfilled it. And we've seen quite a few multi-kill rounds from him.
Yeah.
That has, just highlighted that he is a present threat. However, if he finds that consistency, that's when he really can have that impact.
Consistency is key. And let's see if fnatic can string some more together. But there's a gaping hole right in the middle here in Tabson. He's looking to be the needle threader. But there's a smoke to close the gap. Big damage onto two of the T's. And Mezii's actually in front of these smokes. So he's looking to find a timing, but he's not cleared Annex, and Tizian holds the line. So there's first blood for the round. But again, two of these T's pretty damn low.
Definitely doable for them, though. Brolin has quite a bit of utility. So, super important for them that they just put pressure on top side here. Gade has found the timing. A nice double.
Huge.
And the task becomes increasingly difficult for fnatic right now. Kiddo's going to be in those vents. He's going to find the timing on the Alex, but not the second on KRIMZ. And never count KRIMZ out in a 3 versus 1.
Well, back-to-back 1v4 angle. Let's see if KRIMZ can do it with just 30 HP. He's got the isolated fight with Searson, who's crabbing. Head spotted. With 30 seconds, position known. Missed opportunity from Searson to close out the round. Now he's just looking to play it patient. Jiggling off the contact. Third time's the damn charm. He'll connect. And it's Big with 4 on the board.
Just trying to isolate the angle, hoping that nobody from Big would aggress. Unfortunately, got caught in no man's land, KRIMZ, but that round, so much being done in the early part of the round in terms of damage to fnatic, didn't really recover from there. Gade just out there with the mop and broom clean-up crew as fnatic get back onto just an upgraded pistol and deagle. P250D. Roland is just happy to essentially be fodder for the rest of the team. Nothing that could be done. And fnatic still in with a chance here in this half, but
maybe not the round.
Not the round, that's for sure. This is a good round for Big to just try and keep 5 alive, try and start to build themselves a bank.
Oh, and that's a good way to do it. Find the nice lineup. mezii can't quite connect with that deagle, so 5 alive is beautiful for all the Big fans out there and for Big's economy. Starting to crank up the numbers. And Searson starting to show up. We highlighted him at the start of the series, thinking that he'd be having the big one. But so far, it seems to have just been Tabson doing a whole lot of the groundwork for Big. And fnatic moving on to another gun round. Let's see if they're going to be able to secure this one, or if they fall in the early parts of the rounds. They have been over the last couple.
You know, just trying to get to secret. Does so successfully, but fnatic really didn't aggress too quickly on the back of those smokes outside. CS is trying to find timing through the squeaky door with an AWP. Okay.
And he's going. He's just positioning himself straight on T lobby. And he might just keep on going as well. And Gade, not going to find the timing. mezii, crisp on the headshot. Keto answers with one at outers, but Searson flashed off, and that's a big read from fnatic. Now looking just to roll out on the A site. And Tabson trying to save the day here. Not going to be able to. It's big pick for fnatic, and a great trade to Tizzy to close out festivities in round number 8.
Big just falling on their sword, right? It was an open door opportunity for Searson to peek through. But fnatic were all over that. They didn't have any eyes on it, but the reaction from them was great. The flash to just clear it out. Searson, not a lot he could do from that situation. mezii was all over that. And from there, things just started to collapse. Big, well, they maintain enough economy for now. The loss bonuses down low, so loss here means they have to take stock of what they've got. fnatic will be recognizing that.
Keto potentially playing a dangerous game, but he'll stay silent. fnatic keeping things slow and steady here in round 9. Keeping that lobby control. Alex tucked in behind Mini and Tizzy and jumping up, going to get his head tapped off. AK reigns supreme as mezii survives on 1 HP. You got Gade as well. He's going to drop that flash, swinging over towards the wall side. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but fnatic bringing it straight back to the 4-on-1 as Keto, he's going to chime in for 2. He's got a big amount of work to do if he wants to win the clutch. Okay.
Hoping that they think that that is a drop sound cue. However, fnatic have taken no chances. They've gone straight to the lowers. I'm going to play this 2 versus 1. Keto going to have to do this without the sidearm. However, he does have the M4. Catches the timing on the Brolin. However, the line from Alex is crisp. And that is the round going to fnatic. So, frantic moments in that top site. Keto, I really didn't think they had too much of a chance in that round. However, he was able to pick up those frags in top site. And just swing things back slightly in his favor. Force the 2 versus 1. And he falls to the final hurdle. So, Big, they're just on the back foot now. Only going to be able to go with pistols, if anything at all.
Yeah, it got extremely chaotic there for a moment. Great protocols for fnatic just to send it down to B. Himself in some nice positions. And Alex, he's got a couple of pistol boys coming towards him. Almost lines up all 5. But Searson and Tabson live to tell the tale. smooya, he's got a Mac 10, and you better believe he wants to lay down some groundwork, but they know that Searson's retrieved that AK. So happy just to stay alive. Maybe allow him to keep this donation of the AK. We'll see as the rest of the round progresses. But again, fnatic going to be pretty happy just with worrying about their own economy. They've lost Alex, and Mezii and Brolin don't have a whole lot of cash in the bank. So I'm sure they're going to be extremely happy with this 5-5 scoreline.
Going to be buoyed by the fact that they've just been able to get some rounds on the board early on in the piece. More importantly, it feels like they've had Zig on the back foot. Oh, that's not going to help at all. Brolin making that Mac 10 work in his favour. Covers the AK, so they get nothing out of that round, Big. However, in comes the buy, so I guess it's non-consequential, but it may have an effect in future rounds. I don't know. I don't have my crystal ball on me, Mac, but this is looking better and better and better as the rounds go by for fnatic, as they start to put themselves into a better position. They've got that CT economy just starting to really wither under the pressure.
But as that happens, of course, the loss bonus is also building. So it gets that much harder for fnatic to keep it all stable, all smooth sailing. Sis in a very aggressive line to get a huge amount of info. Outers nice and early. Big able to stack the top side off the back of it, but it's going to be the bust out anyway. And they still need to connect. It's going to be Tizzy and able to find himself that double up from Mustang. Tabsent just edging here at Idiot Wall, and smooya falling back to Hut, hoping that Alex can maybe find a gap in the smoke now. But they don't have a read on the other CTs. Shoulder to shoulder, and Alex has no idea he's next to Searson. Oh my, what a round from Big to win.
And Tabsent banging smooya out through the wall. That's a great way to finish the round. But Alex had no idea. He was practically snitching with Searson.
I think he wouldn't have even seen the barrel of the ult there if he's playing 4x3. Just an awkward situation. And the first man to look is, of course, going to become the victor. Now, into another gun round. Bomb not planted, and fnatic's economy in shambles after this. Well, if they don't, keeps the men alive. Alex again, he's just been going out as round after round. Copping damage, Searson over the top, might be able to find a line. smooya. Oh, he's spotted it, but he's not going to be able to react in time. Understandable. And that's big with the numbers advantage early. Oh, bit of XM action here in Hut. Let's see if Tizian will find himself a little victim.
Time to get crocked. Okay.
He doesn't have the skin though, Jim.
Doesn't matter. See you later, alligator. Big push coming from Tabsent though. However, they found the timing on Takedo. That's ramp control.
Searson. Stop the drop for the moment, but the molly burns him to a crisp. And now fnatic actually in some relatively decent positions. Alex, they have no idea he's down in halls. They think the control room's dirty. So trade comes through from KRIMZ, and Alex just going to stay sneaky. He can hear this rotation coming through from Searson on 18 HP. And surely Searson's not going to expect this. mezii going to be fighting here from the back of sight. KRIMZ looking to play close as well. So mezii doesn't have to commit to anything. There's that pick we were talking about. Tizian able to bring it back to the 2-on-2. KRIMZ close. The sole man here at Dark does it all himself. 3 kills for the round. And again, a close affair. 6-6 now up on the scoreboard.
It's exactly the kind of reply that I expected. I mean, this match, I don't know, it's setting itself up for that to and fro sort of round exchange that we see in these close matches. I feel as though that's going to continue. So let's just see whether or not Big do decide to purchase into this, given how successful fnatic have been. So, as I mentioned earlier, economy on the CT side, once you start to lose control of it and you don't string successful rounds together, you really do start to struggle, particularly when the match becomes a bit of a brawl like this. Even if you do find success and maybe you start to lose numbers, again, you struggle round to round, and that's the kind of conundrum Big have to solve right now. They need to stabilize themselves with a few round wins to give themselves a healthy chance of taking these last 3 rounds.
Let's see if Big can hit fnatic with the eco. It's a very low percentage chance.
Could happen, though.
There's always a world where it does. fnatic looking to maneuver their way all the way here at Outers. Maybe wrap into heaven. Pretty common anti-eco strat, but it's over towards Secret. They'll go, and there's a whole lot of CTs here. It's just going to be head-on collision. Keto takes the first, and there's numbers, but there's also a lot of rifles coming in towards the CTs. Tabson not going to be cleared initially. mezii takes that second take after going past the angle. And fnatic maneuver their way to another round W, and now they're in the lead. If they get one more here, Jim, if they can start to string them together, Big could be in trouble in that second half.
There is no doubt in my mind that is going to be the case. So important that Big take these last 2 rounds here on that CT side. More importantly, start to give themselves the confidence that they can string rounds together. It really feels like quite a few rounds ago, they lost control of their CT economy, and that really has hurt them. fnatic are just going to stream on through to ramp. MAC-10s are going to try and break things open.
And smooya extinguishes the molly, goes straight through. He looks to catch a timing on anyone lurking at Outers. Again, he's just got this MAC-10, so in a nice advanced position as the rest of the troops go down towards B, but there's numbers here for Big already. So fnatic could be walking straight into Big's trap. Big nade is going to enable Keto to go forward, but KRIMZ, rifle in hand, ready for some aggression to be thrown at them. And smooya's here on A.
KRIMZ spotted him on the push just before that grenade went off. So KRIMZ was just backpedaling and ready for it. tabseN's got the push on, and they've got control of T lobby, but there's no T's there.
Well, Alex is. He's knocking on the door, and he found himself a line. Second man, close to trade. And Gade is going to fall as well. So tabseN, can he salvage the round for Big here? He's thinking about it. He's wrapping back and just clearing as much as he can. CSGO looks pretty invested in towards Decon. I dare say he's just looking to save now. And with 2 rifles alive, there's a fighting chance in the final round of the half for Big. But that is 8 smackers on the board for fnatic. It's a huge performance in the first half, considering both these teams have a stronger CT side than their T side here on Nuke.
It's not a good prospect if you're looking at the stats for Big. But as I said, though, I feel like this one is a bit of an outlier when it comes to the stats. As we saw with Big, they played some pretty, I guess, pretty prominent opposition. And, you know, they've gone down to some big teams. I mean, going down to FaZe, Na'Vi, and Gambit is certainly nothing to be snuffed at. Whereas, yeah, obviously fnatic, we know that they've had a slightly better run online against opposition that really haven't been in that top 20 position. So throw it all out the window. It's all going to go down to the wire here. Look at the speed in which they're hitting that top side. They don't get that member down the vent, so they need to rejig it. They have to pump the brakes and see if they can find a pick elsewhere.
Big really reading that one, sending 4 men all across A and Mini to try to lock down that drop. fnatic, the change of pace not working out. And you can see fnatic just having a quick discussion on where they want to go from here. But we are going to see these L smokes eventually down towards the minute mark and keep Big guessing. tabseN already rotated down towards the top of Secret, but it's just a fake. It's just a ruse, and tabseN's going to call it too. With CSGO just standing here in hut, able to be that first point of contact, flash across, and that's the info. fnatic now need to speed things up.
Well, they're waiting for that smoke to fade. And might I add, this has been a very fast half of Counter-Strike, so the speed is certainly there.
Yeah. And CSGO finally finding that pick he was looking for. That's going to be hut controlled with Tizian just standing there with the XM. It's going to be CSGO dancing back the door instead. And Gabe able to swing. Maybe make the contact happen. Tizian locking down hut. And we're going to be even Stevens going into the half. But smooya ain't done just yet. CSGO over the top now. And smooya firing up. It's a 1-on-5 angle for the man. He's got 20 seconds. He's got the bomb. There's also tabseN waiting for him down below. He's isolating these angles nicely. Big. They're playing the timer, and Keto plays it to AT. 8-7 as we head into the half, Jim. And the second and final half of Nuke, final half of the series, is going to go off.
Our run is down to lots of work, honestly. I think all of our individuals are clicking as well right now, which is also like a good help when we have, you know, top 20 players from previous years who are popping off. So obviously it helps. And Owen coming in and hitting the ground running on an individual level and like helping the team, hyping everyone up is definitely, I think, a lot of good things are happening right now. And yeah, I think we just need to maintain that and keep building the in-game stuff, and we'll just keep on getting better.
CZ on Alex would suggest to me that rest are going to follow suit. Scout on KRIMZ though. Interesting turn of events, and smooya's also going to combine. So those are the two players that we saw running double orbs for fnatic early on. Mirage, but let's just see how fast Big are going to go. Man, they are just... what a pace. Through to outside. No utility to deal with.
Putting a stamp on it. Sending it straight into Secret. Only Tizian to look to play solo, lurking in lobby. Alex going to be getting in between 4 of those Ts, but with the picks now. Big, they're thinking about going back to A. There's going to be that one pistol up towards the top of the ladder. That's going to be in the hands of mezii. KRIMZ just waiting for that rotation back from Secret. But as that's all happened, Big making a whole bunch of noise down on B. So happy to make their way forward. fnatic are looking to get any damage done. Tizian, lucky to be alive there. That's going to be a Galil retrievable.
Flipped around the ears, didn't he?
Mm.
So fnatic just going to take everything they can into the next round. I mean, the fact that they've got 2 scouts and a Galil, they could be a real threat. Just a matter of positioning and timing for them. It's smooya on that forklift line. KRIMZ is not interested. Oh, that's been shoulder peaked, so they have the info, but I just don't think they have the time.
These Mac 10s and UMP could definitely lay some groundwork in the next, but look at those rifles. And Mezii's got that Deagle to offload too, which have been picked up there by Alex already. There's still a good chance for financial damage onto Big this round. They're just going to go for the bonus though. Util all across the board, so I dare say they're going to think this one out. Try to force some picks. The util they have. It's going to be Outer's control that they're looking for, at least at the start of the round. And fnatic, they're taking it slow.
See this, and not messing about. Straight into secret with that Mac 10.
Mm.
I think smooya spotted him on the cross, but surely they've got the idea that there's a lot going on down there, so wonder what the adjustment's going to be from fnatic. Searson has control of the vents now too, so there's a rotation path cut off. So they're going to have to filter through ramp here now, so just checking ramp to see whether or not there is a pincer on, but here we go. The Pistons are going to try and fight their way in. The Molotov, just zoning fnatic out. And the smoke combines with it to make this an impenetrable fortress for Big.
Alex looking to thread the needle, but he's not able to make that happen. Mezii, at least one found, and the glue could be useful in the next. Big, very thorough with the clearance, making sure everyone's holding everything to get that bomb to sight in time, and it's Keto to take the head straight off of KRIMZ. And more time in, Brolin falling too. And Mezii, looking like he might just follow suit. Looking to take this contact onto Gade. Oh, spotted. And the UMP, probably not going to win this fight. Mezii, unscathed. And Big, happy to let him have that Galil in hand, it seems. There is some time. Keto going to be spotted there on side. If he can get locked in, that's some nice financial damage, because that's another 8k taken away. And it's stuck on B now. Tizian looking to bust the numbers with that Mac 10 frag, and he'll do so. 10 rounds secured for Big now. Out in the lead, but fnatic finally able to get their first gun round cranking.
Yeah, thanks to mezii, they do have to rebuy, so they are just starting to empty their pockets a bit, particularly in the pockets of Keto and Searson. But this is where fnatic really needs to start to knuckle down. smooya back on that AWP on that CT side, so fast approach now coming up from fnatic. They're just going to put pressure onto the Annex, prevent that player from getting in. Oh, smooya does spot out Tabson though, so
just hunting for that little old balaclava. Not going to be able to connect now, and Tabson fully aware, so he'll just hide behind the vent.
Not want to go down too early. He's a massively key player for Big. Here we go. Just going to get into this Annex, and this is going to be awkward now.
Ooh, Mezii from the top of sight is able to fall to safety, but he needs a helping hand from heaven, and that might just come through, but it's going to be picks all favoring Big for the moment. smooya looking to set himself back up for another headshot found at Tizian, and it could just be the tide, Tony. You've got this lurk coming in from behind KRIMZ. Ooh, spotting Tabson, and just like that, it's back to the 2-on-2. Big not forcing the bomb plant just yet, just trying to find a line as Gade. What's smooya, who's opted to drop. It's an awkward position, but Gade will win it. And they know where KRIMZ was coming from. Now the timing, coverage is good, and Searson locks it down for Big. It's 11 on the board, and fnatic still dry here in the second half.
KRIMZ was giving them hope in that round, fnatic. There was just a moment there where that 2 versus 2 was about to get really awkward. If smooya did catch Gade out,
yeah,
that just left, Searson in a very, very untenable position. He was on that long push through to ladder base, so he would have been out of position without the bomb. So if you are in fnatic's shoes right now, got some decisions to make. Most importantly, they need to crack the enigma. How do they get into this top site? And how do they defend it? It just seems as though they're losing control of it. The outside presence from Big, they utilize that so well early on, and then they take the fight in through the Annex. I've done this a few rounds now. So for fnatic, it's just a question of being able to hold on to that top side.
Early out as Utsil coming through now. So Alex is hoping to find something here with just a Deeg in hand. Copper bullet fall away now. mezii though, aggression through door. That's going to net the first kill of the round, and a whole lot of map control as well, because Tizian was standing there solo. With mezii here just holding the squeaky line. It's another head found. He's waiting for Searson to peek as well. Gade finds the timing as well. Back into the corner as mezii escapes away, but has he done enough to cause the upset, because Keto's found himself a timing? He secures at least one. But is that the answer to get back into the round for Big? Now Brolin not going to be hurt here at Secret. 3-tap comes through. And now Searson and Gade need to figure out what the hell to do. Because there's a couple of options. Molly should secure this one onto mezii, but the man is being shot with the Deagle so far. Searson looking away there as, oh, we've got Brolin trying to clutch it down. But it's just the health bars of Big going very low.
They group up. They fight their way into top side. They get the bomb down momentarily. And Searson, okay, back to a 2-on-1 here. KRIMZ is going to appear out of the vent. So he has the attention of Gade. They have the info. Now, this flash, is the timing going to work out? Nobody from fnatic has peeked on it. KRIMZ with the CZ.
Ooh.
And that is a massive round for fnatic. One they needed.
Yeah.
They're able to collect the guns too.
A huge economy buffer. And plenty of time to get that defuse through. 9 now on the board. But Big, with that bomb plant, with all the rounds from this half so far, they've got plenty of money to get those guns in hand, but it's mezii. Okay. Using that blown open door. It's just the Deagles that reign supreme for the round.
Winning it on the pistols. Those are the rounds when you are behind, you dream of taking. So fnatic have got themselves a world of good here. Oh, boost over the smoke there. Just trying to catch someone from fnatic getting to Secret, however. Not this round. Alex opts to play from the back of Warehouse. Going scope to scope outside.
Ooh. smooya spotted tabseN there. Just hoping to find this wrap through. Head spotted, but not taken off just yet. Gade, however, did fall earlier with what I believe was that little door push. Coming through again from Alex.
Ooh. That's the bomb. tabseN just going to skim over the top of the smoke. There's no idea where that came from. Oh. I thought he'd just done himself a boo-boo. Tizian now has the wrap.
It's crazy how accurate that A1S is still in midair. The recoil is just so damn tight. And Tizian, speaking of tight, look at this timing. He's made all the moves right. But can he get this one to KRIMZ? And is he going to expect the AC positioning of your boy smooya? Oh, not spotted. Not called. And smooya, I think he's pre-scoped as well. So an awkward position. He had no idea the man was right above him. How's the timing? Is it going to be cleared eventually? The fact that they were so damn close again and they've got absolutely no idea about it. Oh, smooya.
Okay.
He knows these angles. He knows these lines. And he'll check it eventually, but...
Will he?
No, he did. He looked at it. It's just Tizian's up in the corner. So Tizian saves it. Doesn't like his chances. He was hoping for another pick. But he stays as stiff as anything. And it's going to be 10 now found from fnatic. After a big round from Alex there at Outers.
Tizian saves that. Okay, but yeah, this is the key moment, right? That bomb goes down outside. tabseN, he needs to get a wriggle on after that. And I mean, he does catch one, but is instantly traded from Brolin. They had that bomb. They were always going to swarm around it. So pistols now for Big. That's a good opener, though.
Oh, yeah. The rifle that's saved. Having some early impact is crucial if Big want a chance in the round. However, I don't think that rifle's super retrievable. That position out of Squeaky. smooya, though, could find himself a lineup. How's the stagger? How's the timing? The spacing not great enough to trade just yet. smooya able to drop down, and he's going to have a little bit of reinforcement, but KRIMZ fights solo here at elbow, pulling out the secondary, and almost does it all himself. Tizian again. Be able to win the numbers of fnatic, and spots the head of smooya, so he's still fighting, Jim.
Still in with a chance. If you can isolate these two players, now that he has control of the bomb, even better, but he's got plenty of time to work with here, Mac, and well, he essentially has his pick of the bomb sites as mezii He's just doing some investigating of his own outside. So he's just going to eventually arrive at ladder base. It's not a bad place to be, given this is at 2 versus 1. But with some coverage between the two bomb sites here, that actually allows Tizian 2 potential 1 versus 1s.
But he's only got minimal positions where he can get this bomb planted safely. He'll commit on the first time, and mezii takes advantage. Peeking in before the bomb gets planted, so no extra cash in the bank for Big. But they still have some from before, so with round loss bonus, they'll be able to buy up anyway. You got to remember, into that round, they of course came into it with that save. And only had a couple of pistols. So big damage done regardless. And that keeps fnatic honest for the moment. But again, fnatic now tying up the game 11 apiece. And looking like they might just take the lead here. Aggression over towards Outers, as it is just going to be that push round. Red and Gade not going to spot Brolin there. Hidden under Silo, spam through the smoke. And it's looking like a very solid anti-eco for the moment. Keto expecting to drop down into vent, but Tabsent not going to expect too, surely. He'll find one headhunted, but other than that, it's going to be a nice round for fnatic to put them in pole position.
That's nice and clean, and that's exactly what you want when you're trying to get yourself back into a game. More importantly, they wrestle the lead off of Big, so it feels as though it's been forever since fnatic were in even just a slight advantage in this match. So I don't know, Mac. I feel like this one's going the distance.
It definitely could. See if Big can fire up in time. For now, fnatic hoping to maintain that lead. Smooya going for a more aggressive approach here. Shoulder around the corner and hoping that he can strike on this sharp one. Tizian playing anti though, so Big, they're just going to be holding for the next 10 seconds or so. And maybe posturing for this ramp bust. See if it works as expected. Flash off the line. Molly comes through. Has some counter util. I don't think anyone's been tapped up by it too much. And a nice timing on the smoke as well. So Big, plans foiled. Now looking like they're going to restructure and rethink those plans.
They've just got to make those readjustments right now. This might actually play into the hands here of fnatic. mezii just looking to take the aggro, just allow that space for KRIMZ to be able to do his work until it comes in. That Molotov means that it's very unlikely they're going to redirect themselves into the lower bomb site, but fnatic have got to fight here.
Oh, and in solid positions to defend the A site. But again, Big, they're running low on time, trying to make this one work. KRIMZ is going to be spotted up at Mustang, able to fight for one. But again, no one coming through Hut in time. Trade will be there for Gade eventually, and mezii still just not spotted, but he is going to take contact and allow Alex to hide right here at default. But the bomb not going to be planted just yet. Cleared Gade. Making sure everything is spotted now. It's not going to be another found. Alex, man, is just holding down the fort here. 12 seconds, and smooya from the top, spotting some more. It's going all the way to the final couple of seconds, and Keto saves it with a nice little spray. Tapping the head of Alex and flicking up to smooya. Big fight back.
smooya, he put himself in such an awkward position there. Just trying to support his teammate, though. You can't fault him for that. However, Keto has just pulled that one out of the fire for Big. And that was getting tight with some timing. That one was run right down for the clock. That's squeaky bum time.
Tizian hitting a couple of hops over towards Trophy. Looking to maybe catch himself at timing. Speaking of timing, Big just dominating Outers nice and early. It's going to be a different setup from fnatic. Expecting this push through unders, and smooya's here, ready and waiting in the halls. As Keto comes through solo, there's going to be no trade, but it's not even needed because Keto going to tap the head straight off the man. Jumping around the corner. Alex trying to make this work with the MP9. And he's looking to get away now. Trying to fade away to Decon. Holds his ground for a moment. But Tabson comes through for trade. KRIMZ he's going to fall as well. So Orps just really dishing some damage this round. And it's going to be B found. Lots of numbers down here, and Brolin trying to save the day. He's brought it back to the 2-on-2, and he knows the spam, but he's unable to connect onto Tizian.
He's caught that spam, Tizian. So, sure he's going to have some idea. And yep, they have eyes on Decon, so it's 2 versus 2. Elegantly poised. Searson is playing first contact. Actually, they're both watching that Decon door. So mezii now, he's got a lot of work to do. Oh.
Nice flash. Unfortunately, the bomb's not going to be planted in a great position for mezii to defuse. There it is. Searson finds the final kill, and he'll survive happily here at double doors as well. Again, that bomb explosion radius so damn quiet, so damn small here on Nuke. And you got Big back in the lead, starting to get these rounds on the board. Oh, Brolin had to fully rely on mezii to try to make his way into sight. But again, as you mentioned, it was just that crossfire on the door. There was absolutely no escape from Decon. And it's put Big back in the lead.
And it's put fnatic. They have fallen on tough times. That smoke somewhere out in the river. As, well, it's going to be missing in action, but it's not going to be consequential for them. They are going to be able to get that cross in to secret. So tabseN just watching over his teammates here as they do have the option to just group back up, clear out warehouse, head back towards ladder base, as we see them do on these anti-ecos.
They're going to be able to creep their way up towards heaven. mezii holding. I don't think this USP has what it takes, but the positioning may just. If Big don't clear every angle. What a sneaky damn spot for mezii to be in. If he swings off the contact as well, it could definitely be a recipe for success. For fnatic. How's this go? They know that he's here, but it's full cleared. And Tizian maybe saves the round just with that spot. They seem to know it's a bit of a stack now, but they're going to fight regardless, knowing they've got the AKs to play with. USP's not doing any groundwork at all. And it's 5 alive at the end for Big now, who are just 2 rounds away from surviving here in the lower bracket, going all the way to that final game, the lower bracket final, which will be here on the B stream later on today. But fnatic, they're going to take a quick timeout and chat about how much they want this.
Okay. If you want to talk stats, we've got this fnatic roster. They still hold an unbeaten record in best of 3s. 13 series in a row. The only loss comes in a best of 1 to Gambit. So, they still have that unbeaten record in their name. However, Big are looking very good. Very good odds to be able to just crack that egg. So, let's just see how this goes. Investment coming out from fnatic, and you feel as though from here on out, they don't win. Everything is just a terrible, terrible force buy.
Well, this game, of course, for all the bangers and mash, Big looking pretty hungry. It's about lunchtime over there, I think. Let's see, Alex. Going to be able to hold down warehouse again. That's going to be the first blood found. Brolin falling. Big find themselves that refrag, but not pushing the point. Happy to hold this lobby control and see if fnatic get too big for their boots.
Waiting for that smoke to fade. Seeing if they can find the push, the peak into top side. Oh, double push through height potential coming from fnatic. This is taking the game into their own hands.
Oh, and Gade is going to be able to spot the first and hear the second off the back of the hut control. Big, they're going to send it straight down vent now. Gade, he was spotted with the bomb, but he's not going to run into the dangerous territory. Just hoping tabseN can lock down Outers. Enable this one to come through, but it's going to be smooya jumping up on silo in time. Gade able to trade. And the man's done maybe just enough to put Big onto 15. But KRIMZ, he's alive. You can't count him out. And Alex has been firing up all day so far. So let's see if they even bother to go for the retake in the 2-on-3.
It's nearly the round-winning play from smooya, right? Like, he gets that second, he takes that bomb out of contention. It's outside. It's hard for Big then to retrieve that. That was potentially a round-winning play on begging. Unfortunately for smooya, he couldn't quite get the second player. He made the read. Now fnatic are on that back foot. He needs to save these 2 guns. That lost bonus is just not enough. So, do they buy in around it? Do they just eco out and try and... Well, I mean, they don't have a choice, sorry. But what can they buy around this, right? Like, $2,900, that's their loss bonus. What can they get? They might be able to shuffle 2 weapons around, maybe put some MP9s in the hands of some of the players. It depends on whether or not they want to go for utility. What do they want to prioritize here? No surprise to see Alex pick up that AUG. He's been fantastic with it. But I feel as though once they've been able to isolate him in that warehouse, he's been played out of contention.
Well, into round 28 we go. Jim, you mentioned we're going the distance. We're certainly edging towards it. More dangerous approach. Heavier defense at outers for fnatic, investing 2 players this time. And it's not the greatest of buys. Mezii is with this MP9, but he's in the position you want that weapon placed. Right above the door hut. Big nade. tabseN, he's looking around in real life saying, whoa, boys.
Where did that come from? Tense standoff, though. As, I mean, Big, they are waiting out to see whether or not fnatic are going to make those pushes. We've seen them do this. On these sorts of rounds, fnatic have been just grouping up. They've either pushed through the squeaky door, they've made pushes through the hut. So Big are anticipating something like that, an aggression, something from fnatic to try and be more proactive in this on this CT side. This is probably not the round to try it. So fnatic, they're just going to back off. But I mean, as I say that, forget it.
Caster's curse, and smooya, he's straight in behind enemy lines here, just making this wrap happen. There's going to be 3 Ts on a silver platter for him. How does he make the lineup work? Bomb goes down, but he's only found 1, and a molly could buy just enough time as well. But Big, they need to go forward. They can't worry about what's behind them here, and Roland locks them down with 2 through the door. It's the crunch onto lobby at the perfect moment. fnatic buy another couple of rounds to play with.
Oh, man. They make that move. smooya's found the timing outside. To be fair, there was no presence shown from Big. He creates a massive disruption. As soon as he holds all that aggro, everybody collapses. They had to push through ramps. They had to push through hut. And that is Big just being collapsed on by this fnatic. They're hungry for this. They haven't broken the money of Big just yet. This is the round to do it, though. And that could be sending us... I mean, if they take this round, there's a good chance they take us to OT.
So the highest point right now of importance for both these teams. Big match point on the line. And fnatic, they can taste it. It's right there. There's the crossfire again from Mini and the back of warehouse. fnatic going back to what was working sometimes and also what was not working sometimes. Big, though, looking to go for this wrap around, and Brolin, we wanted to go for the peak, but the smoke there will enable this wrap. Gade, I think he knows that smooya's at the back of warehouse, but the angle isolation.
Oh, no.
smooya pushing forward, and Gade, he's managed to get up to heaven for the moment, but smooya lines it up. Brolin with another as well. And Big, they're going to start to be picked apart now. But what can they do in this 3-on-5? Looking to smack the B site. tabseN looking to leave the charge off angle from Alex. And it's good for the final 2-14 on the board for fnatic. And we're going all the way to 30, Jim.
Oh, Mac, look at this. As I said, they win that round. And there's a good chance they're taking us to OT because the money situation for Big is disastrous. It's not going to be enough for at least 2 to 3 of their players to be able to take rifles and utility. They're going to have to go down to the pistols, man. Look at that. They prioritize utility across the board. They've gone down to Tech 9s as that AK on Searson. They're going to go for a faster pace into top with some of this utility. And Brolin, he's caught in a firefight, but it's Alex that's provided the cover.
Chaos to kick off the round. And fnatic 3 kills away from OT. Alex pulls out some util at the wrong damn time. Gonna need a push from heaven. Smooya knows that Searson's gonna be locked here at credit. He has the coordination just to lock this man down. Smooya not hitting the trigger initially. Wanted to make sure that was 100%ed. 2 remaining Ts make it 1 as Gate has 5 CTs to get past. It's just him with big shoulders. Dunskies, there it is. 15 for both sides, and we're not done just yet. Map 3, overtime. You guys wanted some more action. Well, here it is. Now 3 rounds in length. And of course, the magic number here will be 19. In OT number 1, both teams looking to fight for that W, fight for their lives here in IEM Winter here in the lower bracket. And it all starts now.
One of these teams ends at the conclusion of this overtime. So let's just see who it's going to be. Both fnatic and Big have still got work to do. Now, Big, as we saw, just in those last few rounds, fnatic seem to really have a read on how to play against this T side. Big were putting together, and smooya almost immediately finds impact. So a lack of smokes outside, a lack of utility has stung them. The Searson goes down. He's been one of the big players for them.
And a smoke there at Unbreakable. So Kito looking to make his way in towards Mini. It's going to be an entry found from Gade, who's been so good on the rifle so far on Nuke, but he's got a little bit of work to do. Over towards a mezii, just dancing around left and right. Which is the one that he commits to? Rap comes through for the trade, and Kito will connect. But the man's going to be last alive on just 17 HP. Too many CTs to get past as Alex swings in to win the first round of OT for fnatic.
That is a massive round to win. You can see, though, Big, they were trying to get themselves into the annex. They were hoping that they would have enough utility left over, not using it in trying to get into topside, hopefully trying to use it in the retake. Wow, that's actually a nice little line from smooya, but look how defensive he's playing in his OTs. He's practically in CT spawn, just all the way at that box.
Oh, yeah.
Super defensive lines from him. Again, we're seeing a approach here from...
Oh, okay.
That's a nice spam from Tizian.
Reed, knowing that Brolin's been getting very aggressive over towards door, he has to get there some way, and Idiot Walk going to be cut off by the spam.
Again, though, Big haven't taken too much territory. No push coming out, though, from fnatic. Again, they are just going for something quite passive. They've moved that AWP of smooya over toward ramp. Now, as I say, going for quite passive. He's quite literally just started to push.
You're really spinning the yarn today, Jim.
Absolutely.
Definitely getting smooya going every time you say a word. He's like, actually, watch this.
It's like he can hear me.
Oh, mezii playing a dangerous game with the numbers advantage. Looking to liquid up the smoke, but there's going to be 2 Ts on the other side, and there's one found, but he's not expecting another to the right. He's found Searson as well, but he's swapped positions with Tizian, who's thinking that that was the answer. Smooya, though, spots him over the top, and Kito, in a 1-on-5 angle, gets the first, gets the bomb, but he's going to have no health to play with 17 secured for fnatic.
Oh, this is starting to look better and better for them. Big, though, they need to turn this back around. They can't go 3-0 here in his first set of OT. Puts so much pressure on their CT side. And how mezii finds a second there. He's heard a footstep. He hasn't seen him. His intuition has served him correctly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Big looking to target Outers early, but mezii has loved to push this game on the CT side, and he's locked down Hut early. Brolin, him and Alex looking to team up here at Outers, but it's going to be over the top they go. Alex falling,
no.
so numbers lost, but Barrel going to be spotted. Searson can't hold mezii. 30 seconds in, he's on T-roof. Smooya looking to lock down the lower site. Molly tries to separate the troops. Legs, secondary, locks down all three on the CT side for fnatic and Smooya. Man's pumped.
Oh, Smooya bringing it to you with that AWP in 5-7 combo. Man, that just locks things down. But mezii catching the timing on Searson, just trying to throw utility into top to at least enable his team to have some form of distraction. But it is series point here for fnatic. They could be knocking Big out of IEM Winter. But not only that, they could potentially be putting Big out of contention for the qualification of Katowice.
Oh, yeah. From what I'm looking at here, Big have to make the whole run through IEM Winter, though, to make that qual a reality. And I think they're still just looking to make it into the play-ins, right? So it's rough. Extremely high pressure on their shoulders as we go in what could be the final round of Nuke here. But what have they got for us on the defense?
Okay, Searson, immediate effect. I feel as though fnatic suffered the, Big suffered the same fate on their T side, but mezii does find that opening through the smoke onto Gade, so they've taken territory here. They're gonna just stream on through the secret. Okay. And they're not messing about.
Smacking that accelerator. And again, another one of these early round situations. fnatic just looking to pick up the pace. Keto, solid position to stop the door bust. However, too many players to get past now. We are going to see the flank start to come through. And find two for Big. So, Roland and Keto, mezii rather, so damn low, who's 19 HP to play with. But he's nowhere near his teammate. And that's going to be the bomb stuck in decon. 55 seconds. mezii just hoping he can isolate a couple of fights here. But that bomb is in a very irretrievable position. And he's up against Tabson and Searson as well. So that makes it that much harder because both of them are popping off for Big right now. Two
form players, bomb in an untenable position. There's a bridge too far for mezii. An isolated duel though. That's a tough ask given that the door is closed on all his options, so he's just going to take the punch here.
Trying to find it. Unable to get his mitts on the objective. Searson locking that one down for Big, who, again, they're going to be playing for double OT here, Jim.
Yeah, it's a tough prospect, right? Like, big pressure on their CT side. How will they cope with that? And fnatic just getting punished in the early phases of that round for not having the right protocols in terms of utility. They didn't do enough to get Searson off the line. Searson again just moving that AWP around here. Just singes his toes though. Slightly seared, if you will. So he's forced to just back off. So fnatic now have afforded themselves some space here.
Bit of util presence. Over towards outers for fnatic. Tabson playing this one extremely deep. Can invest that flash for info. To shoot a couple of bullets straight back too, as fnatic, they're just going to group up here. Send the boost over the top. Smooya had the opportunity, but he's going to lose a lot of life. Fortunately for him, he's still able to fight on 21 HP. Searson ain't done just yet. Going to be able to hit that wallbang. Onto smooya, spotting the leg coming around the corner. tabseN rotating in time as well. And fnatic, they're just going to have to send it back towards A now because ramp's on lock.
smooya goes down now, and here we go. Oh, falling apart for fnatic. They try and collapse on top. KRIMZ is only good for one, and that is unfortunate for fnatic. They tried to take the plunge here with CSGO at ramps. They couldn't do it. So, fnatic utilizing one of their timeouts to just discuss this round. They want to finish it here in the first phase. OT. CSGO just nicely held down from him. Really did put fnatic back a foot or two.
Oh, yeah.
To put their thinking caps on now.
Taking one of the remaining tacticals, which they did use sparingly throughout regulation, so able to take an extra second here to figure out what they need to do to cross the line all the way in round 36 here. What will the answer be? As Big, they're also able to smell that W, smell that double OT. Big going for the three-man setup over towards uppers. Molly onto Hut, but fnatic not going to commit to the rush. Just trying to bait out a whole lot of that big util.
Oh yeah, mezii cops some of it. Smokes on the outside though, through the warehouse, and it's going to molly off Secret, so you would suspect that they're going to continue to try and push on down.
Oh, over the top. CSGO, he's found the line. smooya out of the equation for fnatic, and he's able to connect onto the leg of Roland too, looking to follow up with the deagle, but won't connect just yet, drawing a whole lot of attention. As tabseN expects the lurk into warehouse, but he's right in behind fnatic now, who are just trying to stream their way through the halls. But Big, with the man advantage, are already starting to filter their way down. There's 3 players here towards B, and it's going to be so hard to wrangle, but KRIMZ, he's taking the head off of tabseN. CSGO falls as well. No way they're going to be able to do this from the 4-on-5 Keto. Fighting, isolated fights, but again, KRIMZ, he's starting to pop off. It's all up to Tizzy now, and the man's over towards outers. Bomb's starting to come up the vent straight in towards this man who's spotted. Bomb goes down, and there's 20 seconds. Bomb's going to be planted on B, but Alex is here to stop the drop at vent. Oh, there it is, 19-17. fnatic pop off, and they take the series over Big 2-1 to continue into the lower bracket final.